People would ask, oh, what does your wife do? And I would say, oh, she stays at home with our kids. It's, oh, so she doesn't work. No, she works. Try it. I had a period of my job where I would travel about once a month, and not once while I was away did I have to even remotely think about whether my kids were being cared for at the utmost level. See, the thing about mental load is if you don't carry any of it, you don't even see it. You don't see the bone-tired exhaustion of being the one getting up with the kid in the middle of the night, months and months, sometimes years and years on end. It's almost impossible to comprehend just how hard it is to build up or maintain any kind of momentum when you're constantly dropping off children, going to pick them back up, when there are multiple spots to be at multiple times, and knowing that even in that small little interim, you're on duty if anything goes wrong. And oftentimes, it does. I actually thought I was a pretty active dad when our kids were little because I did make it a point to go to all their medical appointments if I could make them. But you know what's crazy is a well-child check happens once a year. Compare that to how many kids are getting dressed, how many lunches are getting made, how many after-school pickups there are. I helped with some of those things sometimes, but on the pie chart, let's just say it's going to be hard to find my color. Yes, I worked hard, but you want to know what? There's an opportunity cost to my partner. In those early days, she made most of my lunches. She did 100% of the cooking to make sure there were meals every day. She did the grocery shopping. She did most of the laundry. So all these household tasks were things that I would have had to do anyway. She's doing those things, which frees up my mental capacity to do my job. Think about even having to pick up a kid at a certain point in time. If I had been a single dad, that would have been on me to go be the person who's right there at 5 o'clock, which means that not only could I not take advantage of overtime opportunity, I had a job that required overtime, which would have meant I wouldn't have been able to keep the job in the first place. My job was pretty tough in those days, and guess who was there to greet me, to make sure that I was okay, to like show physical affection, to make sure my life wasn't super uncomfortable? That's mental load. I was successful in the work I was doing because of all the mental load my partner was holding for me. That's what a lot of guys don't see. You're not doing this on your own, especially once kids are in the picture. Like, you can't just put them in a separate category. That is your responsibility. And the fact that she carries that, you should be immensely grateful because it's the hardest job in the world. There needs to be an attitude in a partnership, in a marriage, where I am going to pick up the things I can pick up because we are in this together. Let alone this whole other piece that oftentimes a lot of us guys don't see, which is like even today, my partner right now is volunteering at one of our kids' schools. That is an enormously valuable thing to help prop up and keep our community connected, to make sure that other kids in our community are feeling seen. We don't pay people like my partner to go lift up and prop up the community. But you know who values that? I do. And so should we all. Because if we're not taking care of our kids and we're not taking care of our communities, all the rest of this stuff is just going to crumble. And you know what? It is. We need some major policy overhauls. We need some major value checks. We are in danger.